What is Safemoon and how to buy it? Safemoon, which was launched in the spring, has become the latest cryptocurrency to make headlines, with the crypto exchange Coinbase claiming a 910% increase in its share price in 4 days in mid-April. This video will go over everything we know about Safemoon thus far, including how does Safemoon work? How to purchase tokens? Whether or not Safemoon is a good investment. The rise of the Safemoon. Safemoon is the newest cryptocurrency to catch the interest of investors, following in the footsteps of Bitcoin, Cardano, and Dogecoin. Despite only being launched in March of this year, the altcoin already has over 2 million users, and on April 20th, the crypto exchange Binance had to temporarily restrict withdrawals due to an influx of investors in Safemoon. In early May, the market data firm CoinMarketCap claimed that Safemoon was on more users' watchlists than Bitcoin, slightly over 1.3 million versus 1.2 million. What exactly is Safemoon? Safemoon bills itself as a token for decentralized finance, DeFi. This means it is part of a different financial system, allowing trading over peer-to-peer networks without the intrusion of centralized entities like banks or governments. It functions on a blockchain, just like Bitcoin and other digital currencies. The main distinction between a Safemoon token and other cryptocurrencies is that investors are encouraged to hold rather than sell their tokens. Anyone who sells Safemoon coins will be charged a 10% fee, half of which will be handed out as a dividend to current investors. According to the inventors of Safemoon, the purpose of this sale penalty is to prevent day trading and smooth out the huge price fluctuation experienced by other cryptocurrencies. They argue that investors are aiming for the stars with the currency, but that they are doing so cautiously and that it will take time to get there. According to CoinMarketCap, the Safemoon price at the time of recording, on May 24th, was a fraction of $1, $0.0000045663. The price of a single token peaked on April 20th at $0.00001399 after a single-day 99% spike, which also implies that there has been a 33% drop since then, implying that the creators' tactics have failed to bring the price rollercoaster under control. How to purchase Safemoon. Purchasing Safemoon is not an easy task, but it is doable. To do so, investors must first create a crypto wallet on the Binance crypto exchange and then purchase Binance coins, which can then be swapped for Safemoon coins. Install the Trust Wallet app, which is available on the App Store, Google Play, and Android. Purchase one of the two established cryptocurrencies available, Binance or Dogecoin. Click on the DApp tab in the Trust Wallet app to find decentralized applications, and then search for PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap allows you to trade Binance or Dogecoin for Safemoon tokens. Trust Wallet is then used to store Safemoon tokens. Should I put money into Safemoon? Investing in Safemoon, like other digital currencies, is high risk and should only be considered by those who understand cryptocurrencies, have done sufficient research, and can afford to lose their holdings. It is not a mainstream investment that should be depended on to build a nest egg or fund retirement. Is Safemoon a worthwhile investment? Despite the effort to create some stability through fees placed on investors who sell their tokens, there has been significant market movement, and investors might have made both amazing gains and startling losses. Is Safemoon secure? A Safemoon coin's value, like that of stocks and shares or other currencies, can fall. If investors sell during a decline, they will face not just capital losses but also a 10% penalty. Critics also claim that the motivation to stay invested resembles an old-fashioned pyramid or Ponzi scam, with existing investors relying on new entrants to raise their profits. In addition, investments in cryptocurrencies are not regulated in most countries. Although the owners of Safemoon have offered Ask Me Anything sessions to answer investor questions, it is not a replacement for proper consumer protection. The Financial Conduct Authority issued a warning to customers in January of this year about the hazards of investing in crypto assets that promise huge returns. The warning came after the price of Bitcoin reached all-time highs over the holidays, more than doubling in less than a month. The FCA raised several issues, including a lack of consumer protection beyond the most basic anti-money laundering safeguards. Investors are unlikely to be able to use the Financial Services Compensation Scheme or the Financial Ombudsman Service, which covers up to £85,000 of an investor's money if a provider goes out of business. Price volatility at an all-time high. The regulator warned that, in addition to the difficulty of appropriately valuing crypto assets, this increases the danger of loss. Consumers find it difficult to understand the hazards of investing in crypto assets due to their complexity. It is also worth noting that it may be difficult for investors to convert Safemoon, or any other cryptocurrency, holdings back into cash, with no guarantees that the market will provide the liquidity that investors require. Could Safemoon be a competitor to Dogecoin? The media is undoubtedly discussing a Dogecoin Safemoon competition. Dogecoin's popularity has skyrocketed in recent weeks as a result of its most renowned supporter, Elon Musk. The entrepreneur recently announced that his electric car business, Tesla, would no longer take Bitcoin as payment for vehicles, citing environmental worries about the mining of the world's largest cryptocurrency. The uproar led in a massive crypto sell-off, but thanks to Musk's backing, Dogecoin is up 15% following a recent fall. However, at the time of recording, its value has dropped once more, showing the instability of cryptocurrencies. Dogecoin was the sixth largest cryptocurrency in the world at the time of recording, with a market capitalization of almost $44 billion. Safemoon's market cap was less than $3 billion, making it insignificant in comparison. Nonetheless, at this point in its development, Dogecoin was created in 2013. For example, its potential for growth appears to be larger. Safemoon in the future. Analysts of cryptocurrencies seem to be cautiously enthusiastic about the Safemoon price. According to Wallet Investor, the value of a Safemoon coin will climb to $0.000051 in 1 year and $0.000237 in 5 years. Meanwhile, Digital Coin forecasts a 1-year Safemoon of $0.00000870 and a 5-year Safemoon of $0.00001690. These are, of course, simply projections, and if any crypto price chart can tell you anything, it's that it's going to be a rocky trip. It is also possible that it is too early to know how Safemoon's sale tax would affect investor interest. We hope you enjoyed watching and listening to this video. Please let us know your opinion in the comments area below. If you found our content useful, please like it and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more crypto-related contents.